raise the bar, how to go large, how to take it too far. Let me show you how to show up and show out and surf the crowd. Trust me, you ain't never seen nothing like this. You ain't never been to a show like this. I'ma give you something to remember forever. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the Riasi, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody way, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had yelling hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. In motion left goes a tight end. They go play action now. Wilson. Got his man, it's Dulcich. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Swift. And he's got some space here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. When you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats.
Down inside the 40. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw there complete to Hamlin. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the 30 on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that flag accepted. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. And the slot man goes in motion left. On third down, Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The 40. 20. 10. 5. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Jets. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up the score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
So only even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Play action. Now Wilson. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guy to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Down to about the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. These two teams all tied after one. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And some room to run now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one 28 yards on the ground. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful. And that strength was on display there. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Jets add 8-3 now. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up the third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. They go play action with Wilson. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Jeudy, 33 yards. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now Wilson. And he completes it to Wilson. Wilson to Wilson there. Zach to Garrett for a Jet first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Second catch for him today. They'll wind out the first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Play action. It's Wilson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
A nice run there, 8 yards, moves it much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right.
Touchdown, Jets! From 3 yards out, and the Jets have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. Back a touchdown. 21-14. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Jets are bringing the nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Wilson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jermaine Johnson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Well, they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point, and now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
That's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020. Want to give up the middle, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Here's Wilson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're able to work this across midfield.
That's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Straight ahead is Hall. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And this is going to be another first down as they make the tackle at the Broncos 33. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A handoff for Hall, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And it's caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point splits the uprights. We are tied at 21. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
In motion to tight end. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Wilson now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone, but, boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there. So no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do was trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him the opportunity.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Wilson on first down. They'll set up the screen for Hall. They find some open field here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And some space here. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
So what a comeback here. They look like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a 4th-quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they're on the ropes ready to go. They hung in there and made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. On first down, Wilson. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On the handoff, this is Swift. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Wilson. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
The Broncos send out their punter now. as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to burn the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Pat Surtain up to make the play. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 49 yards. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Play action. Now Wilson rolling to his left. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. DeAndre Hopkins, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. After right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. To throw is Wilson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Up past the 30, second down coming up.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Open man here is Conklin.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
155 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On first down, right back to Hall.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall
with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season.
And the Jets are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Jermaine Johnson there to bring him down. In this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, we see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for the Jets, they continue to make their case for the playoffs.